Okay, so streaming this on my school laptop from the school. So looks a little different if you've ever watched any of my other videos. Um, so real quick, I'm just going to go over just real basically how to add in an image into the P5 web editor with the idea that you'll be applying it to the P5 Play library, creating different kinds of animations and things and applying them to sprites. I'm not going to go into that right now. This is just adding an image into the project itself. So I have gone and just downloaded an image I found online right here. So that's what I'll be using for this one, but this could theoretically be any image that you want. So what you can do, you have this little arrow over here. If you click on that, that brings up the kind of file editor window. And then if you click this triangle right here next to sketch files, you can then upload a file. So if you click on that, you then have a few options. If you can just click and drag to drop the file in here, or if you click on the file browser right there, you can find where it's saved and hit open, and it adds it right there. And you'll notice that um, it just sticks it right in the editor window right here. One thing I would recommend doing is go to right here the menu and create folder. I didn't want to do it. Create folder and then just give it a name, something like that. This will create a folder that you can then instead, I'm just going to delete that image so you don't get duplicates. So in the folder, you'll notice there's nothing in it here, but if you click this triangle and then upload file for the folder, not just the normal sketch, this will upload. And now if you click this triangle here, you have that image located inside of the folder. That way you can keep all of your images kind of organized and find specific things that you need. All right, so that's how you just load in an image into um, P5 right now. So this image is now attached to the file. If I was to um, I'll put this in the comments, but if you were to pull this up on your computer, you would see this image is located in the project itself. One thing to note is that each P5 account only has a set amount of space that it can use to store things like images and sound files and videos and assets like that. So you just got to be careful not to utilize too much of that space. It's not a ton. So if you could host this somewhere online and put a link to it, that's a way to kind of get around this, and just by referring to a specific URL instead of this uh, local file right here. One final thing, I'll put this as a comment in here. When you're referring to the images, this isn't going to do anything. That's why I'm leaving it as a comment. But you just need to specify that, so we have, add image. You go in and give it a name, cat, and then you would specifically give it the location. You would just say something like it's images slash um, cat, and then the name of the file, and then dot, can't type, and then the extension like that. Actually, I think I got that backwards. This is a string, and then this doesn't get the quotes. There we are. So instead of typing in the whole URL, you're typing in the local file location. So it involves the folder name slash the file name. If it wasn't in the folder, you would just give it the file name right there. And I believe that's how you format it. If that gives you an error, try it with the slash right there. But I'm fairly certain it is just the name of the folder, the name of the file, to get right there. And then you can go ahead and do all the other stuff how you need to. This sketch doesn't have the P5 Play library installed, so that's why I put this as a comment. But that's how you just add it into there, and then you just refer to the image however you normally would do. But this way, it's now loaded into the sketch. So I think that's about it. You can do this with any kind of file you want. I just recommend, I like doing it this way so that way, in case something breaks or something gets changed online that you can't control, then that way it's still saved locally to your sketch and you don't have to rely on that. So hope this answers any questions.